Hi guys, what is up? Welcome back to another episode of Suelta La Lengua con Itati. Oh my gosh, today Itati's energy is back. Itati ya regresó. Itati is back and her grind time. I was a little bit down these past couple of weeks because I was very constipated, pero ya pude cagar. Nah, just kidding. But on today's episode, I have a very special guest. I'm very excited to talk about just all of her success and just so much she has to bring for all of us and all of you guys watching. Let's give a huge round of applause to the owner and CEO of Hija de tu Madre, Patty.
Hi. Hi, y'all. Thanks
Patty, how are you?
Girl, I'm so good. I'm like loving your energy.
Oh my gosh.
I love everyone here. I'm so hyped.
I'm like, when she walked in, I was like, Matt, this girl's energy, fire. Like fire. What are you? Are you an Aries?
I am a Virgo.
Okay, wait, do Aries and Virgos get along? I think we're getting along.
I don't know, girl. I've had an ex that was an Aries. I don't know.
Wait, Virgos. Okay, when we're talking about like horoscope wise, yo soy más como, like the fire sign or what. Virgo, what is it? I'm very bad with that.
It's an earth sign, but I'm also on the cusp. Like I'm Leo Virgo. So I feel like I give Leo, but like deep down inside, I'm like neurotic and a Virgo.
But Virgos don't like Aries.
I don't know.
What do you think?
I think Aries can be questionable.
Okay.
But I'm open to this new relationship with an Aries
She's
friend.
open to anything and everything. Okay. Well, Aries and Virgos, according to my Google computer in the front, have extremely strong personalities and opposite agendas. Are you very organized?
My chaos is organized.
Like, are you a very I'm doing this today. I'm waking up at 8 a.m. I have my agenda and I'm gonna do it.
Oh, period. I'm like so neurotic. Like when I have a little idea, like my ADHD is like we're committed to the idea.
Okay, yeah,
no matter what.
They're right. I'm not organized. Yo me levanto and if I have a meeting at 12, I'll be like, can we push it till 2? Itati, you got to do this at 5. Let's do it tomorrow. Like, I'm very disorganized. But, hey, I'm very excited to have you on here. And thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule and just your busy life, honestly, to be on here. We have so much to talk about. There's so much that she has done. She's very young, obviously. Beautiful, a chingona. Y una jefa de las jefas. She came in with this beautiful Virgen de Guadalupe, which represents her brand. Am I correct?
Oh my God, this is the La Chingona that started it all.
Hell yeah. Can you tell us a little bit about your brand and why La Virgen de Guadalupe?
Yeah, definitely. So I think the story starts even before the brand. So when I was in college, I majored in religious studies.
Oh, what the heck?
I know. No one believes me. They think design or business. No. Mm-hmm. I was a weirdo and I majored in religious studies. My parents were like, we're going to have a monja in the family. Hell yeah. So that was kind of a weird turn. Mm-hmm. And I've always been really obsessed with religion and the way that religion is expressed. Mm-hmm. And something about La Virgen always made me feel so safe. Like when you see a Virgen mural, when you see a Virgen bumper sticker, that's raza, you know what I mean? And so I've always felt like my community is around me every time I see La Virgen. So that always kind of stuck with me. And then later when I started the brand, it was kind of an accident. I made a jacket for myself. It was an old Levi's jacket that I had, and I put this sequin embellishment of La Virgen on the back. And when I put that on, I just knew. The second I put the jacket on, I just felt damn, I feel so protected. I feel so seen. Mm-hmm. I feel like I'm taking up space. When people see this, it's like a good omen. And if I feel this way, so many other Latinas who grew up like me probably will feel the same way.
That is beautiful.
That was it.
Really? And how was it when you created that name in particular, Hija de tu Madre? Why that name?
Okay, so that's another accident. So back in
these were just perfect accidents. When the fuck? When am I gonna have an accident like that?
My whole career is just me failing and then having accidents, and those accidents just turning into successes.
Really?
So when I graduated college, as you might imagine, there's not a lot of jobs for someone with a freaking religious studies degree. Mm-hmm. So I became a freelance graphic designer. I had kind of my own little business. And I really wanted to move to Mexico because I'm a No Sabo kid. and my Spanish is like not that good. And I just wanted to go live in Mexico and just like live my like best life.
Yeah, you've traveled so much.
Girl.
Oh, I read about her. She's been everywhere. Y sola. Right now she'll tell us more, dive into it. But yeah, no, you definitely love traveling. That's for sure.
Yes. And so I was documenting my travels under a blog called Hija de tu Madre. Oh. And I would just be doing the most, like, you know, the best micheladas in Mexico City, or like things to do in Oaxaca, just documenting all of my adventures. And then when I came back home after like I ran out of money, like there was no more traveling to be done, it was a very different time. So when I came back home, there was a certain somebody running for president calling, you know, this, that, and the third about Mexicans, Central Americans, just like really disrespecting my community and my culture. And I just felt so called to create something. And so that's when that accident happened with my jacket. And I said, like, okay, I'm not traveling anymore. I'm not using Hija de tu Madre as a travel blog anymore. I'm going to call my brand Hija de tu Madre. And Hija de tu Madre because, like, if you're called Hija de tu Madre, like, you're that bitch.
Yeah, literally.
Like,
seriously.
You don't listen to anybody. You do whatever the fuck you want. And that's the perfect way to describe me. And that's the perfect way to describe my customer. She's an hija de su madre.
Hell yeah. I told Patty when she came in here, I was all like, no vaya a salirse aquí en la cámara y decir, hija de su puta madre, van a decir, that's not our brand. But no, I love it. And I want to dive a little bit more into like that traveling side, because you've traveled so much. Can you tell us what parts have you traveled? There's so many.
Oh my God. I've kind of been all over Mexico. I've been to Central America.
Damn.
I just came back from Guatemala. Some places in the Caribbean, Cuba, Thailand, China.
But this was before your brand started?
Kind of before, during, after, now. Like, so much of Hija de tu Madre was built like remotely. Like me just like getting Wi-Fi wherever I could.
Yeah. So you went on your own?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
How was that? Like, money-wise, socializing-wise, I don't know, like, how was that experience going out there, not knowing of the place, discovering the place?
So I think money-wise, like, I've always been a hustler. Yeah. So, you know, back then, I was, like, a freelancer. So I would just, like, hustle to get little jobs here and there. Do some couch surfing. Like, I've done some questionable things during my traveling days. But yeah, like, I don't know. Sometimes I think about that person I used to be. I'm like, damn, I love her. Yeah. Like, she didn't give a fuck. You know, she wasn't afraid of anything.
Good.
And I think that's why I did that, because I just, like, wasn't afraid. So, like, I've even, like, for my 30th birthday, I went to, like, France, Belgium, Amsterdam by myself. Wow. Mind you, I don't speak French. Like, I don't know these languages. And I just went. I probably said like 2 words the entire trip.
Really?
But like, I don't care.
You're very aventada.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah, like como que te vientas. You're like, you're not scared. You're up for it.
Exactly.
You're down for a challenge. Have you always been like that growing up? What made you turn into that person? Was it because of your family, or who introduced you to being brave to the world?
You know what it is? And I was thinking about this on my way here. Like, I grew up as a rockera. So I was a little rockera emo girl. Yeah. So, like, the whole time, you know, my parents thought I had the fucking demonio. Like, I was always the problem child. You know, they're like, I saw, you know, Univision, like, there's something wrong with you. Like, my parents always were concerned for me. And I've like always been that kid. I've always been that little rebel kid. I've been the problem child in my family. And I feel like when you're the problem child, you kind of grow up just like used to it. Like, nothing bothers you, nothing, you're not afraid anymore.
You're just down for anything.
Like, you got tough skin.
Exactly. So you going out into the world wasn't anything scary to you.
No.
You were like, let's do it. Let me face this. And do you still continue to travel by yourself?
Yes and no. I haven't done too much traveling just because, like, recently, because the business just, like, takes so much from me.
Yeah.
And also, I have, like, low-key a baby little farm. I have, like, chickens and animals.
Oh, my gosh.
And so, like, I just can't. These chickens need me. Yeah. So.
So I feel like you like to maintain yourself very busy. You like to stay busy.
I guess. I don't know another way, girl.
Yeah. Can you see yourself one day literally not doing anything and just laying down all day? Nothing about your business, nothing about the outside world, just lay down. How long would you last as for like days?
Yeah, I feel like I have those periods because it is my work, I think, is so intense, and it's always a new project, a new meeting, a new call, a new opportunity, and it is exhausting. So like this week has been a lot, and then next week I'll just be a vegetable in my bed and I'll like throw my phone under a rock.
That's awesome. I want to dive now into that amazing freaking brand she has created, which I will share with you guys. She has this board game we're going to be using al ratito. If you ever want to have deep talks with your family and you guys literally want to know about each other and you just want to cry and just hug out and everything, that's what you want to play. But you've been in this business for 7 years, going on to 8 years. We're talking about being on Univision, Forbes. You've now in Tilly's. You are doing so much. Tell us about behind, o sea, antes, before all this happened, what did it take for you to be where you are right now when you first started Hija de tu Madre?
I think it goes back to like 2016. I had also, when I had made that first jacket, my product, our Virgencita jacket, I also had just gotten fired. So I feel like, again, my life is so much failure. It's like so much failure for me to get here. And I'm so grateful for that. I'm so grateful I got fired. You know, I'm so grateful.
Where were you working? Well, I don't think we can probably share that. But
girl,
no, I mean like a clothing store, like a clothing store.
No. It was a really big, I'm sure everyone in this room knows this brand, but it was a really big beauty brand, and I got fired. I probably deserved it, honestly. I'm not even going to lie.
Why would you deserve it?
Girl, because I have ADHD. And so at that time, now I know more about my mental, issues and stuff. But back then, like, I didn't even know I had ADHD. And so it's really hard to get things done, especially like in a corporate office. As a creative person, having people breathing down your neck, it's so much pressure. And I felt like it was really hard for me back then to like hold down a job. I've gotten fired from so many jobs because it was just like so hard for me to keep it because of my ADHD.
Then maybe inside you just weren't meant to work for anyone. You were meant to work for yourself and you be the boss.
Exactly.
That is amazing.
So me getting fired is what kind of pushed me to make my own jacket, is what pushed me to start Hija de tu Madre. And I used my last paycheck to start the brand. It was like only like I had maybe $500 that I applied to the brand. And I made my jacket. I asked my friends to model for me. You know, being a graphic designer, I kind of knew how to make my website, my logo, all the things.
Yeah.
I put it online and crickets. No one bought anything for months.
Yeah.
Okay. And finally, I think somebody wrote an article about me, like, one of the brands or one of the Latino owned brands to support for the holidays. It was like my first article ever. I think it was Remezcla.
But did they reach out to you or did they just?
Honestly, girl, this is where the hustler in me comes in. So I had done my research and I was like, you know what? I'm going to find the journalists, the Latina journalists who are writing these types of articles. I'm going to go follow them. I'm going to go be their best friends. And I'm going to support their freaking Etsy shop. I'm going to go support their brands. Yeah. And that's what I did. One of the writers, I reached out to her. She had like a little Etsy shop with jewelry. I'm like, I'm going to buy her necklace. I'm going to tell her I bought her necklace. And I'm going to force her to write an article about me.
Oh, dang.
No. I reached out. I said, like, I love your work. By the way, I bought this necklace from you. Like, I'm also a hustler. I'm also an entrepreneur. This is my brand. Like, take what you will with that information.
Do what you got to do.
And she appreciated the effort and she included me in an article.
Wow.
And that was like, that meant so much to me. You know?
Yeah. The recognition and just being out there and other people knowing your work and seeing what you do.
Right. And not waiting for the opportunities. You know what I mean? Like, I went out of my way to reach out to her and support her. You know, and that really helped.
And that's the thing with a lot of businesses, Patty, that a lot of people give up in their businesses because they're like, 2 days or 3 days have gone by. Why have I not sold a single thing? But it's like patience is key. And literally what you're doing, finding ways to have your products recognized, your brand recognized. It's not like you're dropping something, boom, all the customers are coming in. No, you got to find your way to expose your company. So then the article came out and then what happened?
And then the money came, girl.
Oh!
Then the orders started coming in. But what's funny about this time is like the jackets were they still are, handmade, and I was sewing them. So I had my whole my personal little sweatshop in my parents' living room.
Yeah.
Pobrecitos. I like took over their whole house. You know, I had my mom sewing jackets. I had my brother sewing jackets, packing jackets, taking them to the post office. Like every day, just sewing.
How many orders would you get back? Like, what was the most you had gotten at that time?
At that time, girl,
In
even
a day.
if I had just gone one order.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Oh, my God. But you know what? It's like, I remember at the time, I couldn't sew more than 8 jackets a day.
Yeah.
Because my fingers would just bleed. So that was like my limit. Like, even if we got like 20, 30 orders a day, I'm like, I could only do so many.
And how was it with your family then when you told them you were doing this brand, or your family side? How was it from going to you telling them you're going to be doing this to them now helping you?
I'm really lucky because my family's always been really supportive. Like, not for a second has my like mom or my dad like not supported the business. So I'm really lucky in that regard. I come from a family of like hustlers. Like, my dad used to sell chicles in la calle.
Oh, wow.
My uncle used to be an ice cream man. Like, I come from a line of hustlers.
Hell yeah.
So I feel like I was always supported. My parents were never the ones to be like, go get a corporate job. They were like, go start a business.
Hell yeah. So they've always supported everything that you've done. And so you went from working there to your living room. When was it that you realized you couldn't be working in your living room anymore?
Girl, because me and my mom and my dad, like, would be at it, girl.
Yeah. Every day.
No, I think maybe after a year of like, it was too much. I like moved. And I got my apartment, and then I turned my apartment into my little bodega.
Damn.
And then maybe it wasn't until maybe year 2, year 3 where I got my first office in Boyle Heights, and then eventually a warehouse, and things just kind of always started, slowly growing.
But that's been in you since you were little, because when you were little, you would sell pencils and you would sell Tic Tacs.
Okay, I see you.
Yeah, girl, I know about Patty. I know her social. I know everything. No, girl, you've been at it since little. So it's just something that's in you. Your family was there also owners of things, no, tus tías or from your dad's side. Yeah. So it's just something that's been from like your family and from the past. What motivated you, or who motivated you to do that, to sell pencils and Tic Tacs y todo eso at school?
I grew up with my dad having his own business. So like in the 90s, my dad had a business in our garage, and he was one of the first people to distribute like Mexican candy and Mexican products to our like neighborhood grocery stores and like little mercaditos. So he was out here selling like freaking Lucas candies,
Really?
When those things didn't exist in the early 90s. And so I grew up seeing my parents hustle and my parents like running their own business. So I just felt like I always had that, I don't know, that inspiration. And then even in elementary school, like I would take my dad's little mercancía from the garage and I would go sell it in the classroom. And it was a great business model. My dad was my supplier.
Hell yeah.
So I've always had, hustlers in my family to look up to.
So he definitely was one of the persons that motivated you to do what you're doing now, which is amazing because you're definitely good at what you're doing, Me mandó una bolsita with like it was a hoodie, the game, unos calzones, and una necklace, like beautiful things. And you can definitely tell that she does them out of love y porque le encanta. That game, I don't know how long you took to do that. Can we talk about that game?
Yeah.
Se llama Preguntas.
Preguntas is a bilingual conversation game for bilingual connection, and it's a card game. And the way that it works, it has a bunch of like really meaningful and intentional questions on it in English, Spanish, and formal Spanish. It's kind of the first game of its kind. Yeah. And like I mentioned to you, like I'm a no sabo kid. Like my Spanish is okay, but it ain't that good. It's not your good. Yeah. And I always wanted to like not only just improve my Spanish, but like connect with my family on a deeper level. Like my family didn't have maybe the mental health or like emotional resources that I have today.
I agree.
And so it's kind of hard for us to talk about our feelings, maybe to talk about our past. Yeah. And so I wanted to create something that was really low pressure, like something that we could just play and it could be easy and fun without it being too intense, like maybe like family therapy or something like that. Like exactly, we can heal through a good time. And that was my intention with Preguntas.
And you've played it with your family, and did you feel like that helped you guys come more together, or how was it when you played it with your family?
The first time I played with my family, it was my dad's birthday. And my dad has been sober for a few years now. And it was it's, you know, something that we've been dealing with as a family, but we've never really talked about it. And so when we played the game, like my dad just opened up, you know, and he talked about his sobriety journey and how he wished he could, you know, maybe take back his drinking and how that
so they opened up.
Yes,
they
girl.
Literally spilled the tea.
Yes, and it was cool because like
everyone
just got to hear him out and like support him and just listen, because sometimes Latino families be talking too much, you know what I mean?
No, literally, no, for
like,
real.
We need to listen.
We do, because you know what, I feel like exactly how you said it, we like to talk a lot, but we don't know what's really going on with individual people. I was telling Patty that when I played that game, specifically with my mom, my aunt, and my uncle, it's like, damn, I didn't know this side of them. Yes, we live with our moms and our dads. You know, I live with my mom every single day. I know my mom, but I don't know her in that level, in that deep level. This literally taught me a lot of her that I didn't know about her in my 23 years of life. So it's like, it's amazing that a game can literally bring a family together and can just, it feels like such an emotional moment, but it brings you guys together. And I think that's what your motive was of this game. And it literally, it's amazing. And I really want to give you props, and literally just, you created an amazing game. And if you guys have not seen it, it is called Preguntas. You guys can check it out. What is your website where they can find it?
The website's hijadetumadre.com. The game is called Preguntas. Just Google it.
Y ahí te va a salir. I should do a series probably on TikTok where I'm like playing it with my mom, and we're literally that would be freaking awesome. I really genuinely do like that game, and I'm not saying it just because she's here, but I wanted to wait till she was here so I can announce that. All right, so going more into your brand, you first started with the jacket, and then you started releasing what other things?
The jacket was first, and then it kind of started becoming more of like a lifestyle brand. So then we launched in like accessories and jewelry, more t-shirts, more clothes. We have the game now. I think for me, it was always important for us to just like expand. Like, I don't want to just be a t-shirt brand. I don't want to just be like an apparel brand. Like, this is a lifestyle. Being an hija de tu madre is a lifestyle.
Hell yeah, 100%.
And that's what we're doing.
So when you told your parents, I'm coming out with a brand called Hija de tu Madre, what was their reaction?
Brilliant. Do it.
Really?
Yes. I'm telling you, my parents are they're probably, you know what it is? It's like, because I was a rockera, I feel like now they're making up for it. Because they didn't support me when I was 13, now they're like, okay, fine, we have to make up for it. So they're so supportive of me.
They were like, this is something Patty would come out with. Yes, Hija de tu Madre is perfect for her. And from all your products, which one has to be the best product that you've liked so far? And which one is one of the products that you're like, I love it, obviously it's my product, but not in those top charts?
Oh my gosh, okay. This one's so hard. I'm also biased, but okay. Yes. I think also these are my children, and sometimes I have a favorite child. So right now, my favorite child, I think, is our tapestry jacket. So the one that I have right now is our Virgencita tapestry.
That one is from Hija de tu Madre? Okay, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I asked that because when she came in, I was like, deja ver si se le sale la pinche etiqueta para ver dónde la agarró. It's so beautiful. No
girl,
way.
Yes. I came in my uniforme, girl.
Can you stand up so you can show them, please? Que la modele, que se pare. And right here in the middle one. In the middle. A ver, vuelta. That is beautiful. Dude, I just thought about that one TikTok. He said, Mamita, agua la lupa. That is beautiful.
Thank you, honey.
How long did it take to come up with that idea and literally just... How long was the process of this jacket?
I'm not even going to lie to you. The process to almost all of our products aren't that long. Maybe a few months. Because like I told you, like when I have an idea, I'm like, I grab onto it so tightly.
Yes.
And I get obsessive.
Yes.
And I have to do it.
That is beautiful. So this one has to be one of your top products that you're like, hell yeah, this one.
Yes. Yeah, this one does really good. This is my favorite. This is probably my baby right now.
¿Y cuál es el que you're like, I love this one, pero it's in the like the least.
You know what? Okay. You know what it is? It's like sometimes I'll have ideas and I think they're so cool, but then the customer is like, that was not that cool. So I think we made this t-shirt. Addie knows this. We made these t-shirts. We just dropped them the other day, and the one that's doing the worst is the one that I love the most. So I made this t-shirt with like Luis Miguel, and I'm like, the girlies are gonna love this one. The señoras are gonna love it. Literally, no one cares. I'm like, it's Luis Like, what the heck?
Yeah. So that one is one of the products that you're like,
he's cut. So you better get that T-shirt because he's cut.
So then that one would be one of the products that you're like, I love it. Obviously, I created it, but maybe it wasn't the best for the audience. So
we be
not really seeing that one anymore. Yes. And when you said that that your products typically, because I have a skincare line, but it's obviously two different things. It does take time and process. I can't imagine though with like actual clothing. How long month wise or did it take for this jacket in particular?
Yeah, so I designed the jacket. That probably took me like 2 days. And then we have to make a sample, and then the samples kind of take some time, like maybe like 2-3 weeks. We get the sample, we make changes or we approve it. Yeah. And then production, like full production, maybe takes like a month and a half. So that's it. You're
looking at like 3 months, months. But it's literally like every single thing is so creative. Y cada cosita. That is beautiful. I'm going to buy one after. I swear, I'm not even joking around. I will show you on my Instagram that I'm going to, iba a decir, order confirm. I'm going to purchase one. No, that's literally amazing. So, how do you love being the owner of Hija de tu Madre?
I love my job. It's really hard, but it's very rewarding. Like, I do this because of the community, you know, like we deserve this. I think as Latinas and as first gen immigrant kids, like we deserve to see our culture represented in a really cool and authentic way. No corny shit. And we deserve this. So I do this for the community, and that makes me keep going. Even though I want to quit sometimes and I cry and I have a pity party for myself because the work is hard. Yeah. Like I do this because I want to push the culture forward, and that's what keeps me going.
And what are those struggles that put you to cry, put you stressed, put you through all that? Why is it that what's the hard side of being an owner?
I think the hardest part is, one, I don't have rich family. I don't have rich parents. So no one really taught me. No one taught me how to do my taxes. No one taught me how to run payroll. You know what I mean? No one taught me how to do inventory management and supply chain management. Like there's so many things and that you're just kind of thrown into the deep end. And you got to just kind of figure it out. And I feel like that's really difficult. But at the same time, like I have a great personality because of it. You know what I mean? Because of the hardship. Literally. Y le buscas. It's made me a better person. Like the challenges and the struggles have made me better. Like we're going 8 years this year. And I feel like
crazy.
I could have given up a long time ago.
Hell yeah.
And I just keep going. Even though it's really hard.
8 years. Do you guys know watching this how hard it is to maintain a business 8 years? I'm barely going into 1 year in May of my actual skincare brand. And it's hard. And it's something you truly have to believe in yourselves. How is it that you keep believing in yourself? How is it that you keep yourself motivated and just like, this is for me? What keeps you going?
I have to focus on what I'm really good at to bring the happiness in and to make it worth it. You know, like I am not the numbers person. That's why I have an accountant.
Yep.
Like, why am I doing the things that I'm not good at? Why am I making myself suffer? And the things that I'm good at are designing, connecting with the customer. You know what I mean? Like having community, like creating things like events and products that bring people together. Like that's what I'm good at. Yeah. So let me just focus on that because that's what makes it worth my time.
How does Patty go on her day when she's not working? What distracts you from work? What do you do when you're like, let me get out of this for a moment, let me go outside in the outside world or whatever? What do you do? How do you distract yourself?
One, I have a lot of animals. I got 2 dogs. I got 4 chickens. I just started horseback riding.
Oh, dang. You're not scared?
No, girl.
I fell 2 times. The 2 times I've been on horses, I fell. So I'm never getting on a horse again.
Maybe I'm scared now.
She's like, no, ya no lo quiero.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm being serious.
Oh my God, pobrecita. Did you break anything?
No, but I think it's because me querían subir. So I was drunk. Don't do it when you're drunk.
Yeah, no.
Y yo me creía bien chingona, right? And I'm like, déjame subo el pinche caballo. Me subí sin el saddle. ¿Cómo se llama?
Girl.
Me le subí, and you know why he pushed me? It's because I wasn't on yet. Pero ¿sabes por qué me jaló para abajo? ¡Sas! Que me aventó al piso como mosca. And then the other time that I had gotten on, again, because I had gotten on when I was drinking, and this time he had that
the saddle?
I got on, pero no sé si se me lo subí muy agresivamente or I don't know what happened. He didn't like it. Y otra vez vámonos para abajo. So you're starting that, and Be careful.
I will.
Wear a helmet. No, I'm just kidding. But it's because I was in a different rollo. So you distract your time with the animals.
The animals. And yeah, I think I'm a nature girly.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I love going outside. I want to go lay on a rock. Like when I'm really stressed out, I have a rock that I like to lay on. Wow, this podcast is taking a turn. This can sound really weird.
No, that's awesome.
But I need
like
to be outside, girl. I need to hug a tree. I need to lay on a rock.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I need to be in a place where there's no service so no one can bother me.
Are you usually a lot on the phone?
Yes, girl. This
Well, I mean, I know that's your job, but
requires it.
Yeah.
But you know, I have some self-control. I can turn it off. I can, put it on airplane mode and go do my own thing, touch some grass.
Yeah.
Those are the things that matter.
I feel like you're a very nature girl. We were talking about this. She's very spiritual. She's a very big manifester. She believes in angel numbers. Am I wrong?
Angel numbers, yes. I like doing tarot. Have you ever had your cards read?
No.
Girl, bring me back. We'll read your cards.
No way.
Yes, girly.
Okay, can I ask you something? Is that bad? Is it true when they say, like, when they read your cards, they take 7 or a year of your life? Is that true?
I wouldn't know that.
I don't think that's true.
Because that's not my intention. So I guess maybe it depends on what the intention is.
Uh-huh.
And if the person reading your cards is, like, on that. But I'm not on that.
Okay. So when you read them, it's obviously like the future y todo eso. You don't have them with you right now? Shit, pull them out.
I messed up.
Why?
We'll bring them back. You have to bring me back and I'll bring the cards.
Ya luego hacemos otra parte 2 cuando me lee las cartas. But you're a very big manifester. I feel like you like to manifest stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. How do you manifest?
Oh my God. I think I don't even call it manifesting. It's more like delusion. Like I've already accepted it as a reality.
Uh-huh.
And I just keep it going. You know what I mean? I keep the delusion going.
Like if you have it already, like.
Yeah, it's already mine. It's just a matter of the universe putting it together. The universe is going to figure it out, but it's already mine. And I'll just wait for it.
And what have you manifested that literally came true?
Oh my God. I mean, there's been some brand partnerships that have come together. Like even this Tilly's one.
Tell us about that. Dive in that. How was that experience?
Yeah, it's been really cool. So Hija, Madre is in Tilly's stores, tillys.com. We literally just announced it. Thank you, honey. Like literally me meeting you, girl. I told the universe about this already.
She manifested me. Por eso me dolía la oreja el otro día porque estaba hablando de mí. No, I'm just kidding. No, the honor is mine. And I feel like you, just by knowing you're in Tilly's, that's a huge ass. So is Forbes. You were in Forbes
I manifested that.
Forbes, Univision, y que acá y allá. Por cualquier día, hija de tu madre, va a estar hasta en la luna también. It's everywhere. You know what I mean? But how was that process like for Tilly's? Or how did you go about that?
The buyer reached out to us like sometime last year, and it took some time. Like it probably maybe like 6 months of like back and forth, and like it just like came out like. We're so lucky that it happened. It was like we weren't even looking for it necessarily, and it came to us, and here we are.
Do you ever go to Tilly's to just see your brand?
Hell yeah.
Really?
We're just there.
And it's in all of the states, or everywhere? Like
it's in a lot of states. If you go on tillys.com and like put in your zip code, it'll show you like the stores nearest you. Yeah.
Would you say that's one of your like biggest accomplishments, or what has to be your biggest accomplishment by far?
Definitely one of them. I think for me, I think the game for sure is something that I never thought I would like make a game. That,
it's a beautiful game.
Brings families together. I think that's one of them. We travel a lot. So like almost for the last 2 years, we've gone like on a US wide pop-up tour. In the Troca, we have a pop-up trailer. Like last year, we went all the way to Miami and New York.
Is that for like the beauty con or algo así que you guys were at?
Oh my girl, I forgot about that. We did that. Damn,
yes, literally. That was in what year? 2000.
I cannot with your research. You're too good.
Girl, te digo que soy bruja. Yo sé todo. Mira, yo sé todo. Mira, think of a number 1 through 5 and I'll guess it right now. No, I will. Watch, think of a number 1 through 5. We'll say it together. No, okay. I'm being serious. I already know what she's thinking. 1, 2, 3.
4.
Oh, it's because I was warming up. I was like calando, you know? Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. No, yeah, because you were in BeautyCon also.
Yes.
How did that's for like more exposure for your brand también, right? That's where like everybody goes and like sees like the different puestecitos. Is it hard to get into BeautyCon?
Girl, that's what you're reminding me of. You're unlocking so many memories. So the thing about BeautyCon is like, I'm not a beauty brand. So the way that I scammed my way into there was I literally just emailed the founder of BeautyCon at the time. Her name's Moj. And I said, this is my brand. This is what we do. We need to be at BeautyCon. Will you give us a booth? And they gave us a booth because I just asked for it. And I gave them a reason not to say no.
Yeah.
So I feel like so much of my life and the opportunities that I've had are just me asking for them. Wow. You know, like I don't have pena.
So was the first thing you said when you went on Etsy and you bought a necklace and then you go and you reached out? It's not hard to reach out to people. You just never know the outcome of it.
Exactly.
Is that like one of the biggest tips you would give to your viewers or followers when they ask you what's the biggest thing you can tell me to make it out with my business?
I think you have to get over the fear of asking for help and asking for favors. Like the sooner you get over that fear, like as soon as you get over like pena, like I feel like you just look at the world as like just opportunities. There's no more walls. There's no more barriers. You just have to get over yourself. And it's like ego. Tener pena and to have shame and embarrassment, that's like part of ego. So if you can kind of like remove that for a minute and just be delusional and ask for help and ask for a favor and like be that bitch in the email.
Hell yeah.
Like what are they going to say? Like no? Like that's leave you on red? Like okay.
And it doesn't hurt to try. Dude, I feel like that's very, very true. You're giving me tips right now. No, because it's true. Like a lot of us don't know how to expose ourselves out there, but it's not bad to ask for help. That's not a sign of weakness. It's not weak to ask for help. It's not. You believe in what you want to do. I don't think that's bad at all. So you consider yourself a brave person.
I don't even know if I'm brave. I think it's more like I just believe in community. And I feel like what I mean by that is because I'm a Latina lifestyle brand, I feel like I have such a big community behind me that believes in me and wants to open doors for me. And so I feel like I'm just always like, let me ask this person if they know somebody who could help me with this. And then that leads me to another opportunity. Like I'm just a big believer in connecting with people and building really meaningful relationships because like that's how we're all going to win.
Hell yeah. I mean? You're very sure of your products and you're very sure of who you are. So you don't feel like you need to compete with anybody. That's the mistake a lot of people make also. Who have you seen from celebrities and influencers use your products from Hija de tu Madre?
Oh my gosh. So even this weekend, do you guys know Melissa Barrera? She's an actress.
Yes.
She literally just tagged us. I'm like, wait, what? Like,
are you
we didn't
serious?
Even send you anything. Yeah, she was wearing the jacket. She tagged us. And I was like, so that literally just happened. ¿Quién más? Becky G. She like wore our necklace on her press tour for her album last year.
Oh my gosh.
She's a sweetie. We love her. Yeah, we're lucky.
She's hitting the top-notch people. Becky G. I want her on here. Becky G, please look at me. Please come on my podcast. Really, that is amazing. And you as the business owner seeing that, how does that feel? Man, if somebody were to be wearing my fucking skincare, Becky G using mine, I would me cago. You know, like how did you feel when you saw that? Did you see it or te lo mandaron?
No, I see these things. I'm like zooming into the photo like, wait a minute, that's her necklace. Like I feel really honored and humbled and like it's really validating, you know, because I'm over here like crying and stressed out and like, you know, I haven't showered in 2 days because I got to work on this project, this, that, and the third. But you see people that like are of a high caliber and they recognize your work and they support you. Like I didn't even send those out. You know what I mean?
They bought it.
And they bought it. And that feels really, really, really good.
Do you feel, okay, this is a controversial topic. And I want to know because I want to know how you feel about it. Do you feel like it's wrong when people ask you, like your probably family or close friends, and they're like, "Me lo das"? Do you think that's like disrespectful?
I think that I would feel a ways like, girl, support me.
Exactly.
So I mean, I'm probably going to give it to them because I don't want my mom like regañándome later.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like you want to support the people that are your family, your friends. Buy their stuff. You know what I mean? Like, don't just expect
Support it. No, seriously, because hay veces como que there's people como que me quieren regalar cosas y yo con gusto pues las recibo, you know?
Yeah.
Pero yo les digo como, you don't have to give me stuff. Like, I understand, like, you know, the different perspective of like, okay, that way I can like promote it and stuff like that. But I never like to ask for anything free because it's like, that's their work.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't like, so when there's been like people that ask me for my stuff for free, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm like, well, yeah, pero ¿cómo no te da vergüenza? A mí me daría vergüenza to ask for something for free. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that's such a controversial topic, but I feel like you should always support a business and always, you want to go and post it and you want to talk about it, support it also. You know what I mean? Like, it takes a lot. What you're wearing, you didn't get it for free. It takes, you know, your investment to create this time. And it's like, regalado? Jamás, bitch. You know? If you could describe your business in 3 words of how it's been going from the beginning to right now, describe it to us.
Rewarding.
Mm-hmm.
Emotional. And I would say even spiritual. It's been a spiritual journey to run a business.
It doesn't mess up with your mental health?
Yes, girl. I'm mentally ill because of this business.
Oh my God.
Like, can you clip that?
Yeah, clip it for real. Really?
Well, because you have to think like I have chosen a life of a lot of stress.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It is stressful. Like, this is not for everybody, you know? And
definitely takes a lot.
But I take accountability. Like, I chose this life, but I'm going to make it work for me. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm not going to be out here like making the stress and like the complaining my whole personality. You know, I'm only gonna let myself be stressed out from 9 to 4, and then I'm gonna turn it off. My phone's gonna go on airplane mode, and now I'm gonna focus on me.
Has your life changed drastically since the little Patty to the Patty right now?
Yes and no. I think that kind of like what I said, how this journey has been so emotional and spiritual. Yeah. I feel like there's so much of my younger self that I see in my work today. Mm-hmm. You know, like that little rockera, like that girl shows up in my work all the time. Yeah. The one that's taking risks, the one that doesn't care, the one that doesn't care about what other people think. Yeah. And so I feel like in a lot of ways, like I am still the same. I got that inner child, and it shows up in my work all the time.
That is so and you definitely, well, I mean, this would be a stupid question if I asked, like, if you see yourself with your business for a long time. I'm sure, obviously you do. Something that a lot of people don't realize is like us business owners that have our business, this is our career. This is what are the best tips that you can even give me to maintain it and to make it something that we're going to have for the rest of our lives? How do we maintain that? And, you know, I've asked myself that too, because it's like, I have it right now, but how can I maintain it and keep it till like I'm 50, 60, 70, you know? Because this is our job. This is what we love to do, and this is our business. But how do we maintain it?
I think that's such a good question. Like, I think what has worked for me is like changing my mindset. So I think like the business that we're in right now, and like even the way social media works, I feel like people want instant gratification. So if we post that video or that photo and it didn't go so well, like we get down on ourselves. And I feel like businesses are kind of the same thing. Like we do a product launch and maybe it doesn't do so well, or maybe we have like a tough sales week. And I think we have to remember that like success isn't linear. And I feel like the quicker you get over that, I think the easier your relationship to work is going to be, and the longer you can have with your work. Yeah. Because it's not now like, okay, like we had a tough month, we had a tough week, like I'm just going to quit, or I'm going to stop, or I'm going to slow down and I feel discouraged. Like, no, like I think using those failures and those opportunities as like a learning place, and like it builds tougher skin. Yeah. You know, and like that's what gets people to stay in business for 10, 15, 20 years is like you don't let stuff get to you. You just keep going.
Yeah, you got to just face the challenges. And talking about that topic and in specific, what are the biggest challenges that you've had to face or experience with your brand?
Oh my gosh.
Both positive and negative.
Yeah. I mean, I think for the negative, like there's been so many deals that have not come through.
Really?
Like where we've been talking to like the biggest brands that you could imagine, and then the deal just doesn't go through. And there are things that are like out of my control. And that's really heartbreaking, you know, when you have like working towards something and then like al final, nothing. It didn't happen.
Oh my
and so
gosh.
I feel like getting over that disappointment is really hard and really hard for me too, because like I get so obsessive and I get so tied to an idea. And so then when it doesn't happen, it like, it breaks my heart. So I think getting over stuff like that, shit goes wrong. Like when you sell products, I'm sure you know this, like the shipment is late, the shipment gets lost.
Hell yeah.
You
And
know?
it's like, that's the biggest damn thing. And it's like, one part, the customer, we always have to be professional for the customer because the customer is the one supporting the business. But it's like, there's some things that we can't control. We can't control the package being lost. We can't control the package being stolen. We can't control if it comes damaged or if that we can control. And a lot of people are always like, why isn't my package here? It says it's here, but it's not in my door. Why is it? But it's like stuff that we do not control. But obviously, there's consumers sometimes don't understand that because, you know, they don't know about that stuff. And it's something that we wish we can put it out there so clear. For example, I don't know if in the holidays, you've noticed that when you ship out orders, they take longer than usual because it's the holidays. Christmas is the worst time when we ship out orders. But it's something that is totally out of our control. I totally agree. Yeah.
It's tough. It's a lot.
And any other experiences you have faced with the brand?
I mean, I feel like I like to think of it this way. Like I fail every day, but I also win every day.
Yeah.
And it's really a matter of perspective. Like there's so many little successes every day. Like I love reading the messages and the comments. Like today, like this made being on this podcast made my day. Like seeing the mentions that we get make my day. And those feel like wins. Like today someone tagged us and they said like, you know, they're wearing their Virgencita jacket and they've been stopped in New York every single like second, every stop. Someone's asking about their jacket. And that feels really nice.
That's
like,
awesome.
Like it feels so nice to have people that really love what you do and appreciate your creativity and your products. Like,
hell yeah.
That feels like
You're like a whole ass, like literally a whole ass clothing brand. Like this is creative. I'm being serious. That is so awesome. And do you always want to stick with those, like just stay in that category of like shirts and necklaces and all? Do you ever see yourself creating like a makeup line or a skincare line or like cut something?
Yeah, I would love to branch into beauty and like skincare. I think we deserve that as a community. And I know you're killing it in that category.
Thank you.
I would love to make botas. You know
what I mean? God, dude, yes.
Like
what the hell?
rancho collection. Like there's so many things I want to do that keep me up at night. Like just thinking about the possibilities. Like I don't want to limit my creativity, you know?
Do you feel like you've made it or is there still more to come?
Hell no. I have not made it. And I don't even want to think like that.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, I always want to feel like there's more to be done and that there's more creativity that I can tap into. Like, I've never done.
And what is on the agenda for this year, for 2024? Something you can spill with us or something you can announce us? Or what's popping with Hija de tu Madre?
March 30th, we're going to have a big celebration. It's our first ever National Jefa Day party in LA.
No me invitaron.
Girl, we're going to talk after this.
Okay, no te creas.
So back in 2021, I founded a holiday. It's called National Jefa Day.
Really?
Yes, girl. That's my holiday. We're going to celebrate. March 31st is the holiday. March 30th is the party.
That's my birthday, March 31st.
Stop it.
Yeah.
¿Ya ves?
Yeah.
National Jefa Day.
La jefa nació un día antes que el Día de las Jefas, pero es porque, pues, you know, I needed my own day. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, March 31st.
That's so funny.
Y este año va a caer en el Easter. That's the craziest part. Oh, so you're throwing a national party.
Yes, girl. It's going to be in LA. And I started this holiday because we deserve it. Like, Latinas are the greatest group of entrepreneurs, like leading the most economic growth in this country, but we're the most underrepresented, the most undervalued, the most underpaid, and this is our opportunity to really take up space, celebrate, have community, network. We're gonna have like Jefa mentors, we're gonna have massages, and we'll be able to take your headshot. Like there's gonna be so much happening, and this is what it's about. It's about giving back to the community and having a little fun.
That is so freaking awesome. Do you feel like it's hard to be a Latina owner, like a Latina CEO? Is it hard in your perspective?
I think it felt harder in the beginning because there wasn't really anything like what I was building, like the brand that I was building. And so people would just be like, this is too niche. I'm like, bro, niche?
Yeah.
Like Latinos, niche?
Yeah.
And it was so much of that. But I'm like, bro, these old white farts, like, they don't know what's good. Like,
No,
Latinos run this country. Like,
hell yeah.
you know, Latino, indigenous, black people, like, so many minorities make up this country. But the brands don't want to listen to us. The brands don't want to see us. So I'm not going to listen to y'all. I'm going to make my own brand, and I'm going to make my own representation. I don't care what anyone says.
Pin that fucking saying right there. Hell yeah. Because I'm tired of people thinking because they're Mexican and they have money, they're drug people, they're carteles, they're fucking all of this stuff. Yeah. I'm tired of that stereotype of girls, Latina girls are only mantenidas or whatever the fuck. Like, the girls can't do it. Yes, we fucking can. Look at Becky G. Look at Patty. Look at Esmeralda from Beauty Creations. Look at Itati Lopez. There's a lot of women, Latina, and successful business owners that can do it. Doesn't matter that they're women. Doesn't matter that they're Latina. You and I are no different. So if you're watching us and you want to start a business, Itati, what the fuck is the difference between me and you? The faith, bitch. Wake up. You can do it. You can do it. We did it. You can do it too. Honestly, it's a topic that I'm like, porque muchos piensan que porque we're Latinas, it's hard. It's harder for us.
Yeah.
We can't do it. Yes, we can.
Yeah.
Dude, your mentality's strong, Patty. I'm reading her energy. She's the next president of the fucking world. Hell yeah. So what's something that you would tell the younger Patty right now? If the younger Patty was right here right now, ¿qué le vas a decir?
I love you, girl. I feel like when you're growing up, everyone kind of wants to control you. They want to tell you what to do. They want to tell you how to dress. They want to tell you what kind of career to fall in.
Yeah.
And so I would really just like encourage her, like all the weird shit that I used to be into, like go do that, girl.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And really support her. Like I love my younger self and how she shows up into who I am now as like a 32-year-old.
Dude, that is all. Do you regret any moment of anything from younger to right now that you're like, man, I should have done this different? Or do you feel like everything was just done how it was supposed to?
I mean, yeah, that's the easy thing to say, but I feel like, you know, I think when you're a teenager or even like in your early 20s, it's so easy to just do what people expect of you. And so I feel like I think I might have fallen a lot into that. Like maybe I didn't speak up because I didn't want people to judge me, or I didn't want to speak my truth because of how it would look, you know, or like, let me just do what everyone else is doing because it's safe.
Yeah.
And so it's those moments where I'm like, ugh.
No, seriously.
Like I regret that.
But do you feel like the person you are right now in this moment, how your business is doing, do you just genuinely feel happy and you just feel like happy for yourself? Like you're where you want to be. Obviously, there's so much more to come, but do you feel like in this moment right now, you're happy with how your life is right now?
Yeah, I think that it's a muscle. Like to find acceptance and happiness in your life is an everyday muscle, and you got to work on that muscle. So I think today I feel really satisfied with the successes that I have, with the failures that I have, and like the lessons that I have to learn next.
And if you weren't doing Hija de tu Madre, what would you be doing right now?
Girl.
If you weren't that old, if you're not that owner, you're not that CEO, what is Patty doing right now?
Okay.
What's plan B?
A goat farm.
Yeah, like she's gonna be
selling my little huevos at the farmer's market.
Really? You feel like you would have? Yeah.
Girl. I would be like about that rancho life. I would be in Mexico, just like with my chickens and my goats and my horses.
What part of Mexico are your parents? ¿O dónde son ustedes?
Jalisco.
De Jalisco. That's why you look güerita.
I know.
Yes, that's why. Jalisco. Can you guess where I'm from?
You're from Michoacan?
Yes, I am from Michoacan.
I've done my research too, okay?
You've never been to Michoacan, have you?
I have not.
I've done my research too. She hasn't been to Michoacan. You need to go to Michoacan. You're missing out. You're missing out in La Peda. Do you like to drink?
Yeah.
Yo soy alcohólica. Bruh, you know, I was talking about this with my mom the other day. Like, how much if I were to have to sell my liver? ¿Cuánto me daría? No, más bien van a donar uno. Like, this shit's fucked. Michoacán is a place. Also, Jalisco. Jalisco are really good. Well, ya ves Tequila Jalisco.
Yes,
I'm actually going to be there in a couple of weeks. So
Ooh,
let's pull up, Patty. Vámonos.
Let's go.
Let's go. Dude, honestly, yes, fire. Her energy, where she's from, explains it all. Because, yes, que en Jalisco son bien güeritas y bien bonitas. Patty's very, very beautiful. She very is. Want to do some fire questions?
Yes, please.
Where you're just going to, lo primerito.
Okay, I'm scared.
Lista.
Okay,
let's do it. What's the most Virgo thing about you?
Okay, I have like 4 notebooks with lists, but lists for different things.
What do you mean?
So I have a notebook that's my lists for like personal things, like, you know, little personal things I have to do, like take the dog to get groomed, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I have another notebook with lists of like dreams, you know, and like my feelings or whatever.
Ah, okay. Yo pensé que como dreams of like what you've dreamed of, but you're talking about like goals, right?
Yes, goals
okay,
and stuff, aspirations. And then I have another notebook, and this is more just like my work notebook of like, you know, just like notes and lists of things I have to do at work. I like writing things.
You do?
That's my thing. I can't do like lists online. I don't really like that.
You like writing it?
Yes. If I didn't write it, it like doesn't exist.
Oh.
So yeah, I just have a bunch of notebooks and lists and sticky notes everywhere all the time.
Really?
Yeah, it's embarrassing.
So she's very, very organized. Y si ahorita mismo escucharas el elotero, allá está afuera, what are you going to order?
Oh! Okay, un elote, but this is controversial, but no cheese, girl, because I'm like lactose. And
Turn off the cameras, Matt. What the hell do you mean no cheese?
Girl,
are you lactose or why don't you like cheese?
The lactose, girl, it'll mess me up, and then we'll all regret it if I eat the cheese, honestly.
You know why? I'm lactose, right? Can we talk about that? Have you ever had a bad experience with lactose intolerance? Because I can share mine. It was yesterday. Okay.
Okay, tell us.
Fuck it. You guys know that is crazy. So chinga su madre. I cannot drink milk. I cannot eat cheese. I cannot nothing. I'm lactose intolerant. What does it lactose intolerance mean? Que te cagas, te zurras. Si tú comes algo te va a doler la panza y vas a cagar. So what is it, Tati? What do I do? Okay, I go and I buy a fucking large shake. Right? Con un chingo de leche. Ándele, me lo tomé todo, right? I was a gusto. I thought I had a fart. I didn't have to fart. It was fucking chorro. You want to know the worst part? I had white jeans and how the fuck did I not feel liquid come out of my ass? And I went into a store and someone told me, I think you sat on something. And I was like, oh, maybe there was something in my car. I go to the restroom with shit.
Girl, you win. I can't top that.
I'm never going to Vaughn's again.
Are you okay?
Mentally, no. But physically, I showered, so I'm good. Dude. I'm being serious. That actually happened yesterday, for real.
You're brave.
What? I'm not brave because I would not have walked if I knew I was all cagada. How the fuck did I not feel? Like, I don't even want to think about that. People are going to be like, te la pasas cagada. That's like. Anyways, what's the best spot in LA for matcha?
Oh my God. I love
You need to come up with
question.
matcha.
Period.
Hija de tu madre matcha.
Yes.
Okay.
I love that.
Where?
There's a place in Little Tokyo. Okay, there's a few. 1, Little Tokyo Cafe Dulce. 2, Midori Matcha Little Tokyo. If it's not Little Tokyo, it's not that good.
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
I hate matcha.
Why?
I don't like matcha.
What did matcha do to you?
Oh, it's because I don't like the color green. And I do not want to taste it. I don't know why. Okay, can I tell you why? No, I'm not going to tell you because then you're never going to drink matcha again.
No, dime.
It's because I'm crazy in my head. I feel like matcha, when I see it, I don't know why I think it's Shrek's pee. I don't know why. Bitch, cancel me. Oh my God. I'm crazy. I'm telling you, people are literally going to be like, that is not real. No, like I cannot. There's things. For example, I can't eat eggs. Wait, we're questioning her and I'm over here spilling tea. I can't eat eggs because if I can eat eggs, as soon as I realize it comes from a chicken or that it's like, me da asco. And I can't eat it no more.
Well, you know, like eggs are like a chicken's period. Because they're like, they're ovulating. They're laying an egg. So menos, she's going to eat eggs. But you know what I mean?
Not ovulating, please.
They're like releasing
not
their
ovulating,
egg.
Patty.
What happened to this interview? How did we get here?
What the fuck do you mean it's ovulation?
Well,
wait, for real?
the way that we release an egg on our period is the same thing with a chicken. Like, they're releasing their egg. That's their period, girl.
And that's the honor of Hija de tu Madre. I'm just kidding. Dude, what?
Yes, girl.
Hasta con menos ganas voy a tragar yo. Pinches huevos. Neta. Jamás, bitch. Are you what? Okay. No, I don't eat eggs anymore apart from today. And what's the best and the worst advice that you have gotten?
The worst advice. I've been asked a lot of times for investment, like, oh, you're not going to be able to take this company that far. Like, let me come in and help you if you give me 60% of your company. Stuff like that, where I'm like, okay, you don't know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So that's been really bad advice. Thankfully, I've like never taken it. And I think the best advice is like, there's so much, I think I've been told like to take less advice, you know, because when you start becoming a business owner, everybody wants to tell you their opinion. Your customers, your friends, your family, your peers, they all have something to say. And sometimes you just got to be like, la, 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 la. Don't take the advice.
I agree with
like,
Patty 100%.
You should learn a las malas sometimes. You know what I mean? Learn the way you need to learn.
Yeah. I literally agree with her because there's sometimes that people give advice that you're like, dude, I didn't even ask you for it. Like, why are you wasting your time? I'm not going to listen to you. It's because, sí o no, Patty, a veces te dan advice that you're like, this is going to sound fucked up. I'm such a straight up person. This is like fucked up, but okay, then if you're such a bad bitch at business, where's yours? Straight up. Anyways, let's play preguntas.
Yeah.
Let's play preguntas. Let's do it. So preguntas, we talked about it earlier. It's a very emotional game. It's not I mean, it just depends how deep people take it. Yeah. But it's like a game to like kind of get to know people. I feel like you don't even only with your family need to play. You can literally do it as a first date.
Period.
Damn. Do it as a first date.
Weed them, like you gotta weed them out.
Yes. Let me place it. A ver, let me do it over here.
Okay.
Okay, so can you tell us how we're gonna play this game? ¿Cómo se juega?
Yes.
Go ahead. Meanwhile, I'm setting it up. You can tell us how to play.
Yes. Okay, so there's 4 categories. There's, I don't know which one you have. You have valores, I think? No.
Like
nosotros.
Us.
There's nosotros, us, and then there is emociones.
And then there's values. So there's different topics.
And then the last one, my favorite.
Family.
Familia.
Que no me salga la de la familia de mi papá, porque ahorita salgo mal. and then there's...
Yeah, there's the 2 dice, and then there's these tell me more cards. Because it's just me and you, Itati, we're just going to roll the white dice.
Okay.
We don't need the pink one. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I'll go. So yo voy a ir primero.
Okay, go ahead, roll it. What did you get?
Emotions, right? Quiero llorar, chinga su madre. Okay. How do you define a healthy and an unhealthy relationship? Puta madre. Damn. Literally, hija. Fuck. Okay. A healthy relationship? Damn, dude. I'm using this as one of my techniques for my podcast from now on. I'm not even joking around. A healthy relationship is someone that supports you, is with you in everything. No te prohibida que no te puedes cambiar de una manera. No te puedes, you can't wear that, or you are not, like someone that, alguien que te prohibida hacer cosas, they're not sure about themselves. When you're dating an insecure person that doesn't allow you to hang out with your girlfriends, doesn't let you do certain stuff with friends, it's because they don't trust you. 2, they don't want you to do what they're probably doing to you. And number 3, because they're insecure about themselves. So a healthy relationship is someone that values you, loves you, supports you, shows you off, and is sure about you. I think so. An unhealthy relationship is, like I mentioned, someone who doesn't believe in you. And believe it or not, there's relationship where guys compete with their girls. Like, I don't like that you make more than me. I don't like that you're capable of more than me. So all of that stuff, cancel it out. Trust me, if you're in an unhealthy relationship, that fucks you up mentally. Been there, done that, not in this relationship, in the past. And trust me, it takes a toll on you. And you don't need that. You didn't come into this world to suffer. All right? Damn, that was deep. Okay.
Well said. Well
Patty.
said, Mama. Okay, my turn?
Dale, Patty.
Okay.
Vámonos. Dude, I'm telling you, this game is good.
Okay, can you love or respect others who do not have the same beliefs as you? Puedes amar o respetar a otros que no tienen las mismas creencias que tú. So, I'm going to answer this, but I would love to know what you think.
Okay.
So I think yes. I think part of being an adult is learning how to accept people that you may not agree with, but like you respect it. So yeah, I totally think that you can love someone who maybe not have the same beliefs as you, but that doesn't necessarily mean like y'all gotta go hang out every day.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm sure there's people in my family who have some questionable ass beliefs, but I love them. That's my family.
Yeah.
What about you?
I think that it's okay to respect, and you should respect everyone's beliefs. Not everyone, and there's probably going to be no one in this world that's going to agree with everything that you believe in and that you put yourself or to believe in. What Patty said, as long as you respect them, that's it. You don't need to be with them every day. You don't have to hang out with them. I honestly agree with you. I just think that everybody tiene el derecho. Maybe I believe in aliens and you don't, but it's not going to be something that's going to affect you. And you're going to be like, fucking Itati fucking believes in aliens or shit like that. You know, like, I think that everyone tiene el derecho de creer en lo que quiera. And people should respect that and not have to change them. So, ¿ya ves este pinche juego? Te voy a poner a gritar, van a ver si. Okay, we'll probably do 2 more rounds. Or fuck it, a ver cuántos, a ver qué puerta nos aventamos. All right, here we go. I'm next.
Okay, let's see what you're gonna pick out. Oh, she just emociones.
Okay, let's do it. Bruh, what have you learned about love? Hijo de su chingada. ¿Qué has aprendido sobre el amor? Okay. Yo he aprendido que el amor en general es muy bonito, pero hay personas. There's people that go through stuff that misjudge or that don't know what love is. You learn what love is in a toxic environment. You learn what love is in different forms, right? Love, what is love to me? Love is when you get butterflies in your stomach, when you're excited to see someone, when you're literally just excited, happy. That's what love is. Not when love is not when yesterday they were mean as fuck to you, but then today they're nice to you. That's not love. I don't think that's love. Someone who treated me like shit yesterday, but today decided to be nice, that's not love. I think love is such a beautiful word, and it can be used, and you can experience such a beautiful life with it when you take it like it is. You know, I'm in love right now, for example, and I'm in love with my family, with my partner, and it's because I'm all about them. They make me happy, and we do so much together. So I've learned that love is beautiful, but a lot of people misjudge it. So, yeah. Oh my gosh.
That was
me
good.
all emotional because I'm on my period. Okay. Patty's next. Ahora sí, a ver qué va a agarrar. Que agarre us. Familia. All right. Como dijo Ben Diesel, la familia.
Okay. How has society and the world changed since you were young? ¿Cómo ha cambiado la sociedad y el mundo desde que eras más joven?
That's strong. That's crazy.
I feel like life felt easier when I was younger because we weren't so in our heads like we are now.
I agree.
I feel like now we think a little too much because we're just alone, scrolling, you know what I mean? Not talking to people, just kind of like a little bit depressy. And that makes I think that complicates life a bit more if you're just always like cerrada in your head. So I feel like life felt a little bit easier before I had social media and a phone. What do you think?
I think, here goes Itati with her straight up. I think that we didn't cherish what a beautiful life we had as little kids. We didn't have responsibilities. We didn't have bills. All we had to do was to take care of ourselves, do good in school, and go outside. And now, we always, when we were little, siempre queríamos que a huevo, we wanted to grow up and we wanted to grow up. Okay, bitch, you grew up. Now what? You know, now you're an adult. Now what? Now you're fucking stressed, taking migraines and pills and Excedrin and Tylenol, fucking getting my period every month. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't understand how beautiful childhood is. Querías a huevo ser adulta, ahora eres, y ahora qué? You know, like being a child to an adult is so short. Being an adult now until I'm a viejita, fuck, it's taking forever. You know? So we definitely, being little, we wanted to do what our parents did, and we wanted to just be older and be on our own. And, you know, if there's something that I could go back, is back to being little. So, back to the question, what's something different, or verdad, what's something different from when we were little till now? That we didn't really appreciate time. We really didn't. We were so stuck on wanting to grow up that we didn't realize what a beautiful life we had when we were little. And I think our generation, because the generation right now, they're all stuck on tablets and phones. Everyone, dude. I think when I have a kid, or if I ever have a kid, dude, if you see my kid with an iPad at 1 year old, don't come at me. But if I'm going to try to not have them on technology and just show them that there's a world outside of technology. Okay? So, yeah, 100%. All right, last round. Here we go.
You killed it. A ver. You pick. What is it? Oh, valores. Oh.
¿A quién voy a quemar? Okay. What was your childhood neighborhood like? Fuck. This one was the one that made me cry when I played with my mom. Aww. This one. Let me tell you something, all right? I sound like that guy from when he was going to jump off of the swing. Let me tell you something. Okay, let me tell you something. When I was little, I'm going to tell you something. When I think of the word poor, we were never poor. In salud, we were fine. We were millonarios. De salud, de felicidad, we have always been rich. Financially, we're never rich. I grew up in un childhood, or in a neighborhood where we all knew each other. We were all there for each other. We all supported each other. Teníamos la música hasta las 3. No le hablaban a la policía. We were always together. And I think that the hardest part was growing up, and the people who would take care of us when we were little, or our neighbors that got older. The hardest part is when they passed away. And just seeing the ambulance there at their house, and they're taking them in body bags. That's the hardest part. Something that is also the hardest is now that I'm over here, or now that I moved to Bakersfield and I was born in Oxnard, the hardest thing is like I don't communicate with them anymore. I don't see them. You guys know my parents are divorced. So my dad stayed in the house where I grew up. You want to know? Oh my God, I'm going to cry. I'm telling you. The hardest part is going to my childhood house and seeing it and knowing that I can't go in there anymore. That sucks. It sucks, dude. Like, I can't go in there. So the hardest part is like when I go and take my little brother to my dad's house, just seeing it, you know, and like being like, fuck, I want to go in there. But I won't feel the same, you know. So we had such a beautiful childhood and neighborhood. We all helped each other. We were all there for each other. But now me going back there, it's so hard. It's like so hard. You see what you did, Patty?
Woo! No. You're gonna make me cry.
No, but it's beautiful. I love going, and I hate seeing it because I can't mentally, emotionally recover from it. I'm still in the process. Your turn to answer. So what was your childhood neighborhood like?
Oh my gosh, man. I mean, you also triggered me, you know. I feel like I had a very similar childhood and like a similar upbringing where like we didn't have a lot, you know. I grew up in a little hood, and you know, I didn't even know it was a hood because all the kids were playing and we were just having so much fun in there. And I feel like that's kind of like what I think about when I think about my childhood home.
I love this game. I'm going to play when I go home right now. Last one is Patty. Dale, Patty. You're rolling the last one. Dude, I love this game. I'm telling you, it makes you like remember stuff that you like necessarily didn't remember, if that makes any sense. No, I was going to ask you, what therapist helped you do these cards? Like, who's the one behind preguntas?
Girl, I wrote all of these questions.
Did you really?
Yes, girl.
I thought you got like help from like therapist or something because they're bringing something out of me. I'm being serious. They're beautiful questions.
No, I wrote all these questions just like one, maybe 2 nights.
Did you research something or?
Honestly, like the truth. So I don't have abuelitos anymore, and I wish I did. And I kind of wrote the questions like, what would I ask my abuelita right now?
Oh.
And so these are all just things I would want to know from the people that I don't have in my life anymore.
Well, you created beautiful questions and a beautiful game. You saw me crying, so you know it's good.
Okay. Okay. What gift would you like to receive from me?
The company. Nah,
She's like equity. She's like 5%,
Give
girl.
me 90%. Stay with 10. No, I'm just kidding. What gift?
Yeah, anything.
Can I be honest? Well,
Yeah.
obviously, I'm supposed to be honest.
Yeah.
I think just keeping you as like I want to have that like friendship with you. You have a beautiful, honestly, just maintaining a friendship with you, and just having that like yo, God taking advantage. No, I'm just kidding. Having that, it's because it's hard to have business friends. I'm stuck sometimes on a lot of stuff, dude, and it's and something that has helped me with having the podcast. You guys know I've brought Aaliyah and I've brought La de I Love Chamoy, and they've helped me with stuff that I didn't know. And I love having that type of amistades because sometimes we get stuck. And apart from that, girl, you have such a beautiful spirit, like personality. Today's the first day I know her, and I would love the gift I would like to have from you is just maintaining a friendship with you.
You have it. Done.
Yes. And next is the company. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm being serious though. No, she has a very beautiful personality, honestly.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Now, what do you want? A ver, dime.
Okay. Friendship, yes, obvio.
Yes.
Girl, what is the skincare routine? Tell me. I mean, I know you have the brand, but how do you get the flawless skin? What is the secret?
Pues mi skincare, ¿qué quieres que de nada?
No, you don't do little treatments?
No,
none
so
of that?
apart from my skincare, she's about to interview me. A part of my skincare, claro, I use my skincare, but it's also important to cut down on a lot of soda. Hold on, let me drink my Coke real quick. Hold on. I only drink Coke when I come here. It's important to, I'm going to be serious.
Yeah.
I have to learn to not stress myself. Stress causes me acne. I still have hormonal acne. Yes, I'm 23. I still have hormonal acne, and I still have acne con trabajar. It's normal to have acne. It's fine. There's some people that just don't have the genetics of acne. I unfortunately do, but that's fine. Apart from my skincare, it's very important too. I meditate in the mornings. I don't like to be stressed. If I'm ever stressed, I go to my room or I go somewhere where I just calm down. I cannot stress myself. Another thing that I've done, dude, learn this, all right? Take this tip what I'm about to tell you. If you ever get a pimple one day, say you get a pimple and you're like, fuck, I want to pop it or something. It's because I'm a manifester. Just be like, that's going away tomorrow. That's nothing.
Manifest the pimple away?
Yeah, just be like, that's nothing. It's going away tomorrow. My pimples have gone away. You know how my acne went away apart from my skincare? Telling myself every day, that's all you got? Like, you don't want more? Like, that's nothing. Like, you know why? Because I used to be very insecure about my acne. And then I started realizing that, like, self-care is very important. If you have a bunch of acne, if you're watching this and you have a bunch of acne, as long as you have your 2 eyes, your 2 legs, and your 2 arms, and you're breathing and you have a nose, you're fine. Acne is nothing. I've been there. I had the worst acne in the world, dude. Cystic acne, who the fuck can beat me at that? Like, I had the worst acne in the world. But I told myself every day that God gave you legs. God gave you hands. You woke up today. You have your ears. Somebody didn't wake up with that. Someone doesn't have that. Acne, that goes away. That's temporary. I started loving myself. That's what helped me get rid of my acne. And it's what maintains me without acne and having good skin. Loving myself. Oh, girl, I'm in love with myself.
Wow.
No one can fucking tell me if I'm ugly. Bitch, shut up. If you call me ugly, you're uglier. No, I'm just kidding. No one can tell me I'm ugly. Like, I love myself.
Period.
And Patty's like, estás tan loca, hijo de su
No,
chingada."
I'm like taking notes, like confidence.
No, confidence. I'm very confident about myself. And I never, nunca me quejo. So I literally think that's how I maintain my skin. Back to the question, though. I got on a topic, huh?
No, that
Girl,
was the gift. You gave me the recipe.
But you have beautiful, you don't have makeup on right now. Just
stop
lipstick.
playing.
You don't have makeup on right now.
Yes, I do, girl.
Okay, but you don't have nothing.
I have my little
She doesn't have a
bolitas.
single pimple. She has not one pimple. I do. I have, but she has nothing. Girl, do not even ask me about skincare. I'm going to ask you, what's your skincare? What's your skincare?
Oh my gosh. I mean, I have my cremitas.
¿Qué
You know,
usas?
I have my serums. For me, it's more about like the chemicals. So I'll do like niacinamide sometimes.
Oh, okay.
Like hyaluronic acid.
You have sensitive skin?
Yes. I have really dry skin.
I have
It's so
sensitive
annoying.
dry skin and red skin. I get red very easily.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
dude.
hard.
It's a business owner thing. Patty, thank you so much for being a part of today's episode, and thank you for being here in general. Is there anything else you want to tell the camera before we wrap up the episode?
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for having me. This was amazing. Please support Latina-owned businesses. Support Itati. If you want to support Hija de tu Madre, we're at hijadetumadre.com. Hija de tu Madre on IG and TikTok. And this was amazing. Thank you so much.
And if you guys do purchase the game, I want to see it on your guys' Instagram story. Tag us and let us know your experience. That was it for today's episode. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Also, review. We're available on Spotify and on YouTube. So make sure to stay subscribed, stay tuned, and we'll see you guys on next week's episode. Los amo. Bye.